Morning, Coach.
Morning.
Chance to go on the road this weekend to Buffalo in your regular season finale, but before we head to Buffalo, let's talk about the ending of Akron finding a way to come back with a quick drive and then overtime victory. Thoughts on that before you get set for this finale?
Yeah, just being the last one at home, senior night, really wanted to respond from the week before and send those guys out for playing the last game at home the right way. Short week, 6-day week. I'm really proud of how our staff and how our guys handled the week and preparing and getting bodies ready. And then that was as even and as close a game as I've been a part of. All the way from the score, 14-14 at half, 17-17 at the end of regulation, double overtime, exact same amount of yardage at the end of the game, pass completion percentage. I was just, a really, really tight game all the way through, and one we needed, to be backs against the wall and to be able to show who we are. And I was really proud of how our guys fought and stayed with it and came out victorious in the end.
Awesome. Alex?
Coaches, your team kind of went back and rewatched the Akron game and watched the tape. What do you hope the biggest thing that your team learned from that game was?
Really, we went into the week with the question, who are we? And for that week, we answered it, that we are tough, that we can rebound and respond, that we can stay together, that we can play with confidence. For me, it's almost always those things. Because if you don't have those things, then the execution, it's just not going to happen. And so that's probably the biggest takeaway.
Player I want to single out right now, just on the offensive line, of course, Brian Dooley has, taken a lot of the conversation for what he did over the offseason and plus, leading school history with 60 starts or 60 games played. But Alex Howie right next to him, he's graduating. He's been very, important to this offensive line. Your thoughts on how he's, been able to hold up this year and be standing the entire time and be productive?
He's a rock. He was in high school, and he is and has been all the way through here at Eastern Michigan. So dependable, so consistent. He, on the sidelines, on the bench, I think is that, that calming presence more than words. When he speaks, everyone listens, cares deeply. He's a really good player.
Buffalo's coming up. Last year when they came here, it's definitely different sort of circumstances last year versus what we're going into this year. This year is the regular season finale. Last year when we played Buffalo, it was right after that Arizona State game. What are you expecting to see out of this Buffalo team when you go travel there next week?
Another really physical battle. Just watched the game last night with Miami, and both quarterbacks were running the ball a bunch, really heavy run game, and super physical. And so, we're expecting a really physical game in Buffalo.
Last week, you guys, when you played Akron, it was off of a short week. This week, next week when you guys play Buffalo, they're going to be the ones that's going to be on this short week compared to you guys where you have the one extra day. How much of an advantage is that for you guys?
I don't know. We'll see. They'll be prepared. Don't know. It was a physical game. I don't know if they sustained, injuries, that are significant in terms of our game or anything like that. But, one day less to mend in that way. It's the end of the season, and so, everybody knows what you're doing. You're just, basically choosing what you're going to emphasize, how you're going to attack and defend. So they'll be ready in 6 days. We're traveling, so I don't think that evens it out. But we'll be spending a day traveling.
And my last, during the Akron game, there wasn't a lead on your guys' team until the overtime periods. At no point during regulation did you guys lead. Is there going to be an emphasis heading into this week to say, hey, we need to not only like finish, with the higher score at the end, but we need to play ahead during the game too?
I'd probably be the first coach ever if I said, hey, let's fall behind and see if we can come back. So I don't know, maybe we'll try that. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know how to answer that. There's not a game that we don't want to start strong. So, yeah.
Jere Getzinger, our player today, able to catch that touchdown pass. I know everybody, including television, said to you after the game they thought Sampson was getting it. I think even we thought upstairs that Sampson was getting the ball. What was it that made you think that Jere could sneak free and have an open look in the back of the end zone?
Well, Coach Pike and the offensive staff, you put that in, and we worked it during the week and thought we might get a look. It was exacerbated not only by the look, but, since Sampson was, running so hard and so well there, particularly towards the end of the game, that it was just the right time and the right call, and they really executed it well.
What have you seen with his growth and development? Last year, of course, a guy that he was known for a blocker. This year, he's been more involved in actually receiving the football. How have you seen him develop since his freshman year?
I don't know. He may have more opportunities this year catching the ball, but he's got good hands, and he's not, we're not someone that's going to stretch the field with him or anything like that, but he is, he's going to catch it, when we throw it to him. We've never hesitated about that at all. Jerry's game, he's very physical, but he's very smart. We use him in a lot of ways and can. He can be flexed out, he can be on the line, he can be off the ball, he can be in the backfield, and we really don't have to tell him things, more than once. He just gets it and understands it. He's a great weapon for us.
Awesome. Coach, thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Jere?
All right. Go get him. Standing ovation normally, but.
All right, Alex, I'll turn it over to you. All right. Alex, I'll turn it over to you.
Oh, cool. Jerry, can you take me through that last play, that game winner that you had where obviously you know what happened. Take me through that moment.
Yeah, so we installed the play earlier in this week, and we knew it was going to have a chance, especially with with Sampson running the ball back there, and Dooley really helped me sell it because we were ready to zone down and get Sampson in the end zone. Dooley was yelling at me, come down. The defense was ready for me to come down, and then I just popped right out the back and made the catch. So, yeah.
Obviously, that's your first career touchdown. How much more excitement do you get out of knowing that you finally got the score for Eastern?
Yeah, no, it was definitely a rewarding feeling, and it was really just fun celebrating with the guys. Right at the end there, everybody was coming around, congratulating me and everything, and that was probably the best part about it right there.
How much about that play, or just because obviously coach has said you're mostly a blocker, but you've caught the ball a few times. How much of God, I'm blanking on what I'm about to ask. I don't know, how much of your flexibility and you being able to do just a lot of different things in a lot of different parts of the field, how important is that, for you to, be productive for this offense?
I take pride in that. I take pride in being a smart player and knowing where I'm supposed to be. But I think it really just adds accountability. People can count on me when I'm out there, and I take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah, can you tell me about a little bit about just your tight end room? Just there's a lot of different guys that have a lot of different skills.
Mm-hmm.
Some are better catchers, some are better blockers. You're somewhere in that middle. What can you tell me about this tight end room and how there's just a bunch of different skills that go into it?
I think head to toe, we have one of the most talented tight end groups in the country. Honestly, you got Andreas. He can do it all out there. Me, I can do a lot of things, and then you Blake. He's 6'6". He can go up and catch any ball. He's good after the catch, and he's come a long way in the run game too. I'll say that. And then you got Max out there. He's young, but he's getting after it, and making plays out there now. So
Buffalo's coming up for the regular season finale. Where's your head at? Where's this offense's tone at heading into this final stretch of the year?
I mean, we're really excited. I mean, we got a lot to play for this week. I mean, we got a chance to go bowling, and I think it's really we're doing this all for the seniors right now. Like, we all want to go to bowl. We want to experience that together, and we want to do something back-to-back bowl wins for the first time. So, I mean, we're really excited to get after it.